Yes, dear children, welcome back to your online classes after a month of holidays, right? So, I hope you all are doing well, firstly. So, let us continue our classes that we had usually prior break. If you are still in that summer break zone, please come out of that. Before I start with your social class 8A, right? Just a small reminder, and the first day of resuming your classes after the break so that you don't repeat these mistakes. Firstly, do note that all those chapters which were included for your periodic assessment 1 will also be included for your half-yearly syllabus, and some more additional chapters. The entire chapter of half-yearly would be shared with you, discussed with you very soon. So if you don't want to miss these informations, if you want to keep yourself informed, updated, please attend the classes regularly. Next, your attendance, right? This class 8A, right? Yes. There's a particular time frame of marking your attendance, firstly. Secondly, a particular format, right? It's not that. And also, third, most important point, how a way, a method through which way you must mark your attendance. Some of you, I still find this, and especially now, I think you are compelling me, as because it is not the regular mode of class. I would not disclose the name, my dear children. Your classes are resuming from today. It was informed right before the summer break that the duration of summer break, the date when your classes will resume. The message was clearly sent from the principal's desk. But today is Wednesday, right? Monday, 2 students from class 8, only 2 specifically, okay? You have marked your attendance. You're sending your attendance. One has sent me through WhatsApp. I don't know where it is written that you are supposed to mark your attendance through WhatsApp. Right before the commencement of the online classes of this particular session, instructions were clearly sent from the principals and what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, SMS timing, in which method you must type your SMS. But one of you has sent me attendance Monday through WhatsApp. One of you in WhatsApp, and the other one of you, as I said, 2 students, you have sent me an SMS. Even for that particular student who has sent me the attendance through SMS, Monday was summer break. So what attendance are you sending? Which means, now see, this is the one who has sent me the SMS through, the attendance through SMS. That particular student, that particular girl, I'll just not disclose the name. That's because there are so many students, so you may be thinking, I don't know, that means you did not even read principal's message that when is the school is going to reopen. Not even bothered whether the principal is sending, the class teacher is sending, any teacher, whoever. Means any piece of information going from the school, which is being sent from the schools, and you don't even read that. Very good. Names are kept in record. So it shows your seriousness towards your studies. Now coming back, as I told you before I start, I'll just give you some pieces of information. Yeah, another thing I forgot. Yes, with regard sorry, with regard to your submission of assignments, as compared to the total number of students that we have, the ratio of submission is very, very, very less. Why? something, study. If you ignore your studies, studies will ignore you, and in the future you will have to cry. Without study, without education, you will get nothing in this world. Nothing. If you don't value education now, class 8 students, you can say grown-up kids, right? Yes, you are kids, children, but grown-up kids. You're not that class KG, LKG that you don't understand what is right, what is wrong. As parents come with complaints that, sir, this happened, my child is doing this, is arguing, not listening. So those things, when you can argue with your parents, when you can quarrel with your parents, so you know very well what is right, what is wrong, and knowingly you're ignoring your studies. Good. I would only say good. And you know why am I saying so? That's because you will be later on crying. From the school's end, from the teacher's end, from the principal's end, we are trying our best. But if you are not ready to listen, if you're not ready to obey, you will be in loss. Okay? So assignment submission, a quick recap of the important points before I start the chapter. Assignment submission, marking of attendance, attending the classes regularly, as because based upon your queries, I get to know that whether you have attended or not. Even the question answers are all discussed verbally. If you listen, provided if you listen, then only you will be able to frame it. If you don't listen, you say, sir, where is the answer? I don't know the answer of this, but whereas the answer was already discussed. So these are some of the things, small points, and later on gradually as we proceed, today being the first day of the class after the summer break, I would just say this much, not more. So now let us go to the textbook. Where were we? I believe we are done with this, the first 3 chapters of different sections, that is history, pole science, geography, which was included for your periodic assessment 1. And if I'm not wrong, we have already started chapter 2 of geography, right? Page number 17. Yes, it's marked there. Land, soil and water resource. So as I read, kindly follow the text, and don't worry, I won't rush as I do generally. But whatever topic is being done in the class, be it 1 topic, 2 topic, 3 topic, whatever, I would request each one of you to kindly go through that particular portion on a daily basis instead of keeping it for the 11th hour. If you just do that much, that's enough for you. So we have already started this chapter, and as per the marking that I have done in the text, we're done with the introduction. We started with the land resource. We have also discussed land use, right? Anyways, since you came back after a break of 1 month, so I will once again start it from the topic called land use. Alright? So as I read, kindly follow the text. Patterns of land use tell us how land is being utilized by human. Generally, land is used for the purpose of agriculture, settlement and other urban development such as road and industry by human. Underline that. Land is used for the purpose of agriculture, settlement and other urban development such as road and industry by human. Land use refers to the economic use of land. The land can be used as agricultural field to cultivate crops or as industrial areas to establish factories. Land cover is the physical element that covers the land. Vegetation, building or water are included in it. Land use depends on physical factors such as topography, climate, availability of water, soil and minerals. Underline that. Land use depends on physical factors such as topography. I believe in the previous class also I have already asked you to underline, but since I am starting it once again from this particular topic, if you haven't underlined, please do it. Land use depend on physical factors such as topography, climate, availability of water, soil and minerals. Alright, let me explain it this much first. So yes, the way land, if you look at land, the pattern of land, by that you will come to know that how land is being used by human. The general uses of land you see you can just see in your surrounding as well, right? You see that the main uses of land is for agriculture firstly, secondly it comes for settlement, houses and all, where we are staying. Next, the developments, the urban small villages transforming into towns transforming into cities because of the various development of infrastructures, roads and all, and also industries and all. Now, when we use the term land use, it basically tells us about the economic use of land. A land being used for such a purpose because of which economy gets generated. Okay, that's called land use. Now, as I told you that land can be used for agricultural purposes, for cultivating crops. Crops also gives us economy. The vegetables which are being sold, right? Land is used for factories, for industries, correct? And factories, industries, what happens? Manufacturing of goods takes place. What does those goods do? Those are being sold into the market and then economy gets generated. So land use basically refers to the economic use of land. Next we have this the physical factors on which the uses of land depend. That's topography, climate. We'll go through this. I believe it is specifically mentioned. Yes, if you see page 19, we will come that at a later stage. Topography, climate, availability of water, soil and minerals. These are the main factors on which, physical factors, not factors, physical factors. In fact, is it not mentioned out here? Maybe, alright, so maybe you'll get in your higher classes. There is one more factor on which it is not mentioned out here. Uses of land depend, that is human factors as well, population and all. So you'll get in your later period. Right now, for the time being, let us just read that. The physical factor are topography, climate, availability of water, soil and mineral, because of on which the use of land depend. Next, it is being estimated that about 11% of Earth's surface is used for cultivation. See, just out of 100%, 11% only cultivation, and the whole population of the world depend upon this 11% area. Forests cover another 28%, while pasture account for 34%. Forest land, 28%. Pasture, pasture, there's what do you call, grasses and all, on which the cattle, cow, goats and all they feed upon. Urban areas cover approximately 5% of it. The rest of the land resource include land that could be productive, circle that word, that could be productive but has been used for economic purpose, such as built up structures, park and garden. So basically it is just you just have to remember these figures. 11% used for cultivation, forest 28%, 34% pasture, 5% urban areas, okay, and the rest of the land that's for other economic purposes. Barren land, wasteland you can say, and even wasteland are included in this category, as because in wasteland, barren land, there is no cultivation that takes place. Land use also varies from one part of the world to the other, and also within a smaller area. Yes, the way the land is being utilized out here in our locality and the way the land is being utilized in a different place would definitely be different. And forget about different place, even in the same locality, if you see within a small area, from one place to another, if you move on, you will see the land, the same piece of land, that is being utilized by different person for different purposes. Some they use it for cultivating, some they use it for making houses, some they may use it for, what do you call it, in the form of ponds, lakes and all, fisheries. Change in the pattern of land use is one of the main reasons for many processes of environmental changes. It influences the basic resource of land, including the soil. Poor land management has degraded vast amount of land, reduced our ability to produce enough food, and is a major threat to rural livelihood in many developing countries. Underline that. Poor land management has degraded vast amount of land, reduced our ability to produce enough food, and is a major threat to rural livelihood in many developing countries. So basically, now with this word term management, it strikes me as something different. Like if I just give an example, if I try to match this word management with students managing time, your daily timetable. Poor management of timetable, what happens? You know it, right? If you don't manage your timetable properly now, if you don't utilize your time in a proper way, studying your subjects, revising, or doing whatever work you're supposed to do, you know what happens? Ultimately, what will happen? As it is written, poor land management has degraded vast amount of land. Poor management of time, poor utilization of time will degrade your future. All right. So yes, this the change of the pattern of land use is the main reason, because of, or you can say, one of the main factor of environmental changes. Our environment is changing, right? So all of a sudden, couple of days back, it 3-4 consecutive days it was raining, and now from the last 2-3 days it's so hot you can hardly step out of your house. So see, look at this sudden change of weather, environmental changes. The book says the main reason is the pattern of land use. And another thing, because of poor land management, what is going to happen is that the livelihood of the rural people especially, that is in danger, especially when we talk about developing countries. All right, I'll keep up to this much here. I won't rush, as I told you before itself, but please kindly go through this topic, read, and I hope and I believe you will go through, right? And also those key points which I have asked you to mark, underline, frame the question answer, okay, so that you don't have to wait for the later moment. All right then, see you in the next class. Study well, everyone. God bless you all.